What excites me about James Farm, first of all, just the chance to play with these guys. Matt and Aaron and Eric are three of my favorite musicians in the world, and although I had had a chance to play a lot with Eric and Matt in various combinations over the years, I never had a chance to play with Aaron together, and I knew that as a rhythm section, as a trio, those guys worked so splendidly together. So I just wanted to get in on a little bit of that. I just wanted to be a part of their music making. So that was the first thing. Also, I think we all realized that James Farm was a band that could do something a little bit different, you know, that there was some potential there, and a potential to explore some things that we were familiar with, but also to maybe create some new sounds and new directions in music. And yeah, I think we're in the process of trying to figure out what that is and realize that potential.
If I knew the answer, I think maybe a lot of things would be much simpler for me. It's one of these things that it seems to come and go in waves. I think one way of staying musically fit is by surrounding yourself with musicians who challenge you, putting yourself in environments where you don't necessarily feel comfortable. It can be easy to want to do things that feel good all the time, that you feel like you know what you're doing. One of the things that I like about this band is that although the music is very singable, and although it's accessible in a lot of ways, it's also incredibly challenging for me because everybody is really an improviser and is really changing things sometimes in dramatic ways from night to night, and you really don't know what's going to happen, and finding a way to improvise with the song-based structure, but also this really unpredictable element keeps me on my toes and keeps me growing. So.
Well, James Farm is a unique project, fundamentally because of the four different people involved. Everyone has a very strong voice, both as an improviser and as a composer. And I think all four of us have a very strong investment in the band, in that we really feel that this is something we can develop. We're very happy to be trying out new music on each other and finding different ways to expand on the music, developing the conversation. Very much about conversation, I think. When we play, we're working on ways that the dialogue can be unique, which it is, I think, with all of us. So it's really, the band is a band, you know, in like the good sense of the word, with a capital B. And we all, I think, are very optimistic about the future. And so far I've had a lot of fun working on the music that we have played and the record that we have made. And we just very much enjoy being up there, bouncing notes and ideas off each other. It's a lot of fun.
Well, the honest answer is that I-10 is a highway that goes from California to Florida, and it just happens to go through Houston, Texas. And when I was a kid, my dad took me to school every morning, and I used to have an opportunity to play on his dashboard with my sticks. And when I would be playing on his dashboard with my sticks, you know, I would hear the sound of the freeway on my way to school. And sometimes, you know, depending on the weather, the windows would be up or the windows would be down, and sometimes there would be construction, and so it was always something going on, and it always just kind of stuck in my head. And over the years, I always wanted to write a tune about that highway experience, and I-10 is what happened. So, yeah. And it is so good in the studio. You know, the thing about now with technology is that you can take any based idea of a song and you can just make it whatever you want it to be. And that's the thing I like about this band, is that we're not afraid to experiment with things. Not afraid to move away from like the cliche of the way things should be. And I love that, because I'm kind of like a very open person, very optimistic, very inquisitive kind of person. And I don't like to be limited or pigeonholed by, genres or ideas or what people think should be. I just want to be able to kind of speak my mind and play what I want to play, and be a true artist, like set on the path of discovery. And so I-10 was a chance for me to just kind of throw some things out there that I felt belonged out there in the midst of the sea of all the music that has already been created, and see what it is.